Sorry about that. And my bot's out of date as well, so let me just update that. Len, good evening, welcome, my friend, welcome. Let me just update my bot. Professional streamer, I don't think so, something. Cool. Right, that's a bit better. Okay, right. Issues aside. Oh, now I've got train sims to deal with. Right. Right, there we go. Right, who we got? Mr. Haig, good evening. Thunder Knight, good evening. Aaron Thomas, good evening. Len, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Matthew Cook, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Ross May, good evening. Adam Shamel, good evening. And Mr. Tober's dad, good evening. Welcome, guys. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. Tonight is a little bit different. We're gonna have, well, it's my first look at the, it's my first proper look at the new Armstrong Powerhouse Sky and Weather Enhancement 2.0. I say it's my first proper because I got it last night and literally went into it and just picked any random sort of weather and then just took a load of screenshots. But they came out really, really well. And as I'm a bit of a lightning sort of person and things like that, we're not doing any lightning, so we're not going to go that depth. I've got a sort of scenario in my head. We're going to stick with that mail train I put up last night, and I think what we're going to do, I use the words we here because it's going to be a collective. You know, we're all going to sort of look at the manual and sort of go through it, and we can ask each other questions as we're going along, and we can sort of help them out. Remember, the videos are recorded and will be on YouTube, so if you know, if someone is struggling or something, you know, feel free to, well, if they're asking in ATS's Facebook, for God's sake, don't put the YouTube link. Okay, because you're not allowed. That's self-promotion, and that's a definite no-no. Private message them or something in. But hopefully we'll answer a few questions is the answer to this. And then eventually we'll play the scenario and we'll see where we get. So the sort of thing I have in my head, because we need to try and include the markers. Kyle, good evening. Or Kiss scenarios, good evening. The sort of idea I have in my head is we'll start at Exeter on a sort of sunny sort of day. Then so far down the line, what we'll do is we'll put a trigger. So what I mean by somewhere down the line is we'll have a nice sunny bit of weather between Exeter and the corner to where you start going around the River Exe. And then what we could then do is try and see if we can get a bit of mist rolling in whilst we're going down the seafront. Then once we get to Newton Abbot, put a marker after Newton Abbot for a bit of rain and you know, some sort of, you know, thunderstorm sort of thing, whilst we climb Dayton Bank. And then by the time we get to Plymouth, it'd be nice and sunny again. Does that sound achievable? And does that sound okay with everybody? We'll have a look at the manual as well to see if that is achievable. If you have played around with it and you sort of know things, now would be a good time to speak up, or speak up as we're going along. Like I said, this is my first proper look, so even I've not looked at the manual or anything, so that's why I'm saying we're not really going to be driving much tonight. Hazo, good evening, welcome. We're not going to really be driving much. I mean, we'll drive the scenario at the end just to see if it works. But it's going to be a pretty much sort of, let's get in there, read the manual, let's see how the things work, and see if we can do that. So I'll say that all again. So starting off sunny, then into a bit of mist or haze while we go along the sea wall, because obviously coming off the sea you would obviously have a bit of mist and things like that. Into Newton Abbot, and then out the other side, a nice little bit of a rain pattern as we climb Dayton Bank, which hopefully would clear up then around, say, Totnes, and then once we sort of go past Lara or Lara, whichever one you want to call it. I know different people say different things, so I call it Lara. I'm hoping then that the sun will start coming back out and we can drift into Plymouth on a nice, clear, sunny day. That sounds perfecto to me. That way then we've laid a lot of markers, and then that way people can see different ways of, what am I looking for? I picked the Railways of Devon and Cornwall because it's a pretty stable route. And I just can't find it because I'm blind. There we go. And then I got to find the scenario, which should be quite easy because it's a Willesden Plymouth. Is it that one? No, might be that one. Right, let me just change screens as well. I think it's that one. Where is it best to place myself? Just plonk myself up there. Do that because when we're in the editor you can then see the right hand box. That's the reason why I've done that. Jess, good evening, welcome to the stream. So yeah, good evening everybody, welcome. You are going to be helping me as much as I hope we'll all help each other here. That's the key to this. This is not a lecture from me to you on how to use the weather pack. It's not that at all. It's there's obviously a lot of new features and a lot of new sort of I mean the manual itself is 54 bloody pages long. The last time I saw a massive manual like that was the 185. And I don't think I read all of that either. So Hazo, long time no see. How are you, my friend? Welcome. Bloody fags keep going out. There's only one trade on here. Come on, hurry up. Yeah, I'm all good. I think the other thing that would be a good idea to talk about tonight as well is I'm gonna say it, but don't take offence to it. I think it's the way I'm gonna say this. So it's more for the for the serious scenario makers that like to go the extra mile. So I'm gonna pick on one person, and you know who that's gonna be. It's gonna be people like Mr. Haig, um, people like our Matt, things like that. So the serious people that take scenarios quite seriously, that want them to be as accurate and as real as possible. I've saved a load of pictures off of Flickr this afternoon or this evening when I got home, just to sort of, now that we've got the Signal EP, and you know how accurate you are with say engine numbers, if you really want to go down the road of coach numbers and things like that. I think with this new weather pack as well, I think now is a good time to start really looking at your weather. Um, so what I mean by that is, where's me train? Oh, there it is. Um, it's just so fucking gorgeous, isn't it? Just look at it. It's just fucking gorgeous. Right. Anyway, let's get back to this a minute. So what I mean by it is, it's alright. I've got nothing on my Flickr that you can't see, so it's fine. Favorites. Okay, cool. So, for somebody like myself, when I make a mail scenario, okay, this is obviously a mail train. It will obviously have a head code, which is 1Z51. So if I was to make that scenario, okay, when you make a scenario, you work off of working timetables. If you can, you try and find reference for the correct trains, the correct livery, this, that, and the other. We've now got the Signal EP as well, so which is really handy now for mail trains, because obviously, as you know, van trains don't have a platform sort of marker. So now I'm able to, without a blocker, to be able to hold a mail train in a station until I'm ready to go, or when the timetable says I need to go. So that's all well and good, spot on there. But what I'm trying to get at now is look at that weather. So start looking at the clouds, start finding pictures of your scenarios and things like that, and then try and get the best out of this new pack. Because as I've said, we've not been through the manual yet, so it could be a whole fucking night at this rate. But if you want to try and get the best out of it, I think it's now a good time to sort of start looking. I mean, that's angry clouds, not angry birds, angry clouds. But what a picture that is. I mean, that's just a beautiful picture. I found that earlier, and thank you to Jim, whatever his name is. For you guys that maybe like Missing Link, or Pendolinos, or things like that, look at that. That's, so what you're starting to do is raise your head and start looking up. So you got the old 66 there, whatever that number is, and you got other things. Gary, good evening, welcome. So yeah, start looking around you, start sort of doing different things like that. There's a nice one with a 67. See how those clouds are like really sort of nice, and it's, if you ever look at a picture and you go, wow, all right, a 67 is never going to bloody change. A 67 is always going to be a 67. But what's made you go wow? What's made you go wow is what's around that 67 or 47 or 37 or HST. Start getting your head around what's around your surroundings. You've got the Signal EP now, we've got the Weather EP. They're both great tools to start making great, well, scenarios were always great, to be fair. But now you can really go to town. Now you can sort of express yourself. So if you go to Warrington Banquet, and you've done a day's train spotting, or you were just passing because you had to go somewhere or something else like that, and you just happened to step off the train and you looked up and there was a break in the cloud with the sun coming through and things like that, start thinking to yourself, oh, that's like that. I enjoyed that ride on that train. I'd like to sort of get that into a scenario. yeah, I did download some. Well, I favoured some. Yeah, imagine me doing that in TS. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? That would be cool. This one I really liked. This one I really liked. It. You've got the sun on the front of the 37 and going down the side there, and you've got it on the cooling towers, but that sky in the background there. You know that's just coming towards you. You know that it's sort of trying to chase the train. You know, it's that sort of thing. Am I making sense, or am I just sounding like I'm rabbiting? Because I'm trying to sort of get some sort of point across. Making sense. I mean, to be fair, all we've ever done in train sim is concentrate on the stop, the train itself. Okay, some people have, gone around with little assets that you can place. I mean, in some of my mail scenarios, I put like, mail wagons and things like that on the platforms just to sort of, and it all adds to the story. Remember, most scenarios, if you want to think of it like this, is a story. Now, Armstrong have given you a tool to make that story even better. And all I'm trying to do is just get that point across, and I feel like I'm rabbiting, but I'm not. I know what I'm trying to say here. There's another great one. Look at that. That's, what a sky that is. That's just beautiful. You could imagine going down sort of like the West Coast Main Line, I don't know, with a 350 or a Pendo or something, and that's just over the back. Imagine going down through, where would you find houses like that on the West Coast Main Line? But wherever you think you could find houses like that on the West Coast Main Line, imagine, I got it in my head now. The story is a nice sweeping curve, Pendolino. You tilt into one side, the cab's sort of raising up, and then you've got that broken cloud as you're going round. Fuck it, it'd be perfect. It'd be absolutely perfect. Absolutely. Did AP put... No, they didn't. I don't think they did, Gary. We're going to have a look at the manual in a minute anyway. There's another beautiful one. Just the way the sun is sort of, that's the sort of evening time one. That was sort of basically what I did last night with the 67 going along the Dawlish Sea Wall. But I ended up with either mist or haze, whatever the hell it was I picked. We'll find out in a minute, so I'll look. But it's just beautiful. It's what I'm trying to say is you can now complete the picture. So before we had the picture to about the cab height, because you had all the signals and everything else and the correct trains and all of everything else going by. But now we can, go right up to the ceiling, because now we can start looking at the sky. So let's get rid of them. We've had an idea of what I'm trying to get through here. God knows if I'm making any bloody sense. So there we go. Right, we obviously all know the first bit. That's standard practice. I haven't quite worked out, because I think I installed mine without Active Bloom, because I think it comes with an option. So I actually installed it, I don't think, with Active Bloom. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I'm not quite sure. We obviously know the important note. After installation of the pack, small black command will... Yep, cool. If you've installed it, you've seen it. And it happens. Excuse me. Right, I'm going to just stop there and we'll come back to that. Let me just shift that out of the way with. So what was the one I did pick last night? Which is like really, really funny. So the one I picked last night was the AP High Cloud Mist Thick. Oh, there you go. So that's the one I picked last night. So that was the one that I picked last night. So this is where I sort of hand it over to the people that have already used it. So are you paying attention? So the plan was that we needed this bit here. So at Exeter, we need to have a nice sunny day. Okay, nice and sunny in yeah, will be. It's the 1st of the 7th, 2010. So, I haven't been able to get it yet as I'm having a new bathroom installed, so can't get my PC. Ah, that's alright, man. That's alright. It's cool. You got something to look forward to, Gary. It's well worth it. Yeah, disclaimer, guys. I want no chat about the price, okay? I'm not interested. I'm the ringmaster of the stream, and I'm declaring it now, alright? No chat about the price. I get people can't afford it or things like that. You know, as Gary said there, you know, he can't get on it at the moment because he's getting a new bathroom. That's fine. Other things take priority. Don't, you know, get it when you can. No one's, you know, as I think Alan said last night on his stream, no one is coming round your house with a machete fucking gun and holding you to ransom, okay? So just let's not worry about it. So let's have a look at that manual and figure out how we get that to start off. Right, this is obviously what we had last time, and it just tells you the different sort of things. Rob Powell, thank you ever so much for the raid. Hello, Raiders. Raiders of 10, good evening. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome to the stream. You haven't missed much. We've only just started. Well, about half an hour ago. Mr. Haig, have you used the weather, the weather pack properly? Mr. Schofield, good evening. How are we getting on with it? Well, we've only just started, really. So a quick recap is to sort of when we start making. You made one. Okay, that's cool. Okay, cool. So basically, instead of now, we've got all the other tools in the world. So things like the Signal EP, this, that, and the other, and we've never really sort of looked above the sort of roof of the cab because it's like choices have been very limited. I'm hoping as we go on tonight now that we can sort of find that choices are a lot. But the plan for the next hour and a half is to make a quick scenario, and I'm hoping it will be a quick scenario, but not with trains, but with weather. So Exeter I would like as a clear sunny day. When you get to sort of Exminster, or where the River Ex sort of widens, I'd like then to add sort of a mist, sort of a hazy patch. That will take us down to Newton Abbot. Then to add a sort of showery, rainy trigger, so we can get that going up Dayton Bank. And then to end up in a nice sunny day back at Plymouth. So it gives us a chance to use the triggers. I'm hoping that that's how it's going to go. You've been studying photos all day. We've just literally we have just been doing that. So some of the photos that I was showing off were a bit like this. So things like that. How the clouds are quite sort of angry in the back there, and things like that. So there was that one. Another one was like that, the way it's sort of, you know, again, you've got sort of a very darkish sort of mood. I think it's the best way of saying that. A bit of mood there. Jellybean 1956, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So you got a bit of a mood swing going on there with the sky. Other ones we looked at. Oh, there's a beautiful one. So if you're into your yeah, good evening, welcome. If you're into your West Highland lines, that's a really good one, I think, for the triggers, because you could leave Glasgow on a nice sort of again sunny day. Get sort of 3/4 of the way up, bit of a rainy scenario, or a rain trigger. Then I mean, if you're going all the way to Mallaig, all right, then you could sort of get to Mallaig. Then I don't know if any of this is possible yet. This is what I'm hoping you can do with these triggers. Then sort of get to Mallaig and then kick in a bit of snow. And then by the time you get to Fort William, it's sort of, the sun is sort of breaking out. So in one scenario, and this is a very true fact of Scotland, and I've seen this happen between Inverness and Aberdeen one day, you could possibly have all 4 seasons in one summer's day, which isn't unheard of in Scotland, to be fair. But I think that would be awesome. So, you've got that sort of thing as well. Another one I really liked was that. Look at how that mist, it's not even fog, it is literally just mist. I mean, it's probably, I don't know, whatever date that was. Bloody hell. In the 70s, I'd probably say it was smog, to be fair, but hey, you could use mist for that. Yeah, so that's that. Oh, I need the manual. So, yeah, we know how to apply that. Mist and fog. So has anybody actually worked with this yet? Because that could help us along and sort of speed it, and it's not me randomly here. YouTube threw me a video of this exact route with this exact weather. Oh, nice. Okay, right. So a wide... Oh, you have, Rob, have you? Oh, okay, cool. So is what I'm saying achievable? So a nice sunny day at Exeter, down onto the River Exe, sort of Star-Cross way, a bit of haze, a bit of fog rolling in off the sea, if that's possible, down through Newton Abbot, and then a trigger to apply a bit of rain or a bit of a storm as we climb up Dayton Bank and through the tunnel, and then sort of a sunny sort of day when we get to Plymouth, if the right transitions are there. Okay, right, so right, open train simulator, click the build and then select scenario you wish to apply, the new kind of weather to. Click edit and wait for the scenario to load. We've already done that. Hover the mouse over the far left, basically select AP, the weather EP, like we've always done before if you make scenarios, and then where there is a cloud and sun icon, click the arrow to bring up the drop down menu and select the weather you desire. Let me just do that. That's this box here, guys. Okay, so that's this one here. These are all your AP weathers. Oh my god, there's so many. That is so cool. That's just amazing. That's just fucking amazing. Right. Right. If you're using a standard weather pattern with haze, that was a bit southwest, wasn't it? Weather pattern. Follow the instructions below. Right. Well, we're not gonna make a standard weather pattern. We are going to make what I assume is a dynamic. So this is the one we're looking for here. Dynamic weather patterns often change throughout the scenario. Yes, 170414. Good evening, welcome to the stream. Right, so dynamic weather patterns often change throughout the scenarios and can contain more advanced functionality such as lightning flashes, thunder, and custom densities of, I can't even read that word, shown on the windscreen. For the most immersive experience, you will want to try to use these as much as possible. Okay, so it's still the standard way. Open train sim, build scenario, blah blah blah. Make sure that you click on the left-hand box, bring out your weather, the AP folder, scroll. It's always at the bottom, okay, basically, because it goes in alphabetical order. Click on the weather EP, and then I always just click on the middle box, basically, because then it brings up the other one as well, so that's kind of cool. Now find the scenario marker for Now find the scenario marker for your scenario and double click. Hover the mouse over the far left and the menu will fly out. Right, towards the top of the menu, click on the cogs. Click the arrow to bring the drop down menu and select AP weather. Step number 1, I'm assuming. So there's your cogs. And we're looking for AP weather. Done. Okay, right. In the left-hand rolling stock flyout, click the track infrastructure category. Okay. Oh, right. Okay, yeah, I see. So the markers are going to be under the signal tab. Oh, right, okay. Right. Let's go back to that. So that now comes over to... Okay, let me just double check something a minute. Okay, that's cool. Right, so yeah, now you just click on that. Okay, and I'm now looking for AP weather. There we go. Right, okay, cool. Right, that's up. That's nice. Okay, right. Oh, okay. Track infrastructure category and select AP SWEP weather if you would like to trigger a dynamic weather pattern at the start of a scenario. Okay. Okay, I'm sure we'll find out what that is later. Okay, select the AP SWEP weather pass if you would like to trigger a dynamic weather pattern during a scenario when the player train passes over the track marker. Right, that's the one we want. Okay, right, that's cool. Right, if you're using the weather, place a track marker on any piece of track, or if you're using the weather pass, place the track marker where you would like the dynamic weather pattern to trigger the link. Right, okay, we can sort of do that. So my question is this. At the moment, obviously, this is a bit naff because we have... So I think... Okay, now if I just click on you and then click on you, I'm hoping... Yes, nice. Right, so, what did I say we wanted? Oh, a nice clear day to start with. So, how about we go with Fair Cloud to start with? That's cool. Right. So now what I need to do, so that will now take us down to Speedbird, good evening. So that now will take us down, I think, down to where I want the first trigger to kick in. I think that's right. Because that's all, yep, right, okay. So what I need to do now is go down to where I want the trigger to be placed, and then we'll come back to that. Right, so if I just save that, just to make sure we're good. Actually, let's just play that so it clears up that weather. Okay, cool. Right. And I hate going the way that was mentioned last night. It does my head in. Right, now that's cleared itself. Let's just go back into here. I'm hoping I'm making sense, guys. If I'm not, then say, and we can... I'm probably not making sense. Live thinking from Basil here, live thinking. Okay, right. Let me just shove myself over there. Okay. How was your stream, Rob? Why we're... Oh, be right back, grabbing a smoking beer. Okay. Does the fog work at night? As I go down the manual, Adam, I'll answer your question, mate. That might be a better idea. Okay, right. So now we've got fair cloud, so that's cool. Right. So if we press number 9, and then that just speeds things up a little bit. Right, that's Newton Abbot. So that will be Teignmouth. That's Dawlish. That's Starcross. Hello, what station is that? That's Starcross. Okay, cool. So I reckon there should be a bend up here. I reckon about there. Oh, they even look pretty in the sea. They look so hot. Right, there should be a boat club up here. Where the fucking hell are we? Houston, we have a problem. Because I have no bloody idea where we are. Where the hell are we? My scenery not loading in or something? Ah, here we go. Right, this is where I wanted it. Okay, right. I wanted it about here. On the right, so we use the bridge. That's what I wanted. Okay, right. I think it would be a gradual change. So would you say put the marker a mile or so behind where you want the weather to change? That, Gary, is probably a good idea. I think when I sort of, I don't know. Let's have a look, shall we? So we need dynamic weather, I'm assuming. We need dynamic weather. Is there such a thing as dynamic weather? Here we go. Right. Ah, right. Here you go. Yes, you're right, Gary. So yes, you would. Yeah. Right. So. Okay. So I must remember this for Newton Abbot then. To be fair, because that's what we're wanting now, isn't it? So we're wanting the rain at Newton Abbot. So this is what we need to be wary of there. But what we're looking for now is to go into a sort of hazy, sort of foggy motion. Can you do this? You need to go further down the manual. Where you want... Oh, 44, is it? Oh, there we go, 44. Ah, right, okay, cool. Right, okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, do speak up, guys. Don't, yeah, honestly, don't... Because I don't know... I haven't got... To be fair, I'm as clueless as half you guys are, so we're sort of going to work through this together. Right. So, we are looking to go from sort of fair cloud to a sort of mist. Here we go. Okay. So now this is the bit that confuses me. If you're using the weather pattern blur, which involves transition from mist to fog, you must add colon mist equals 1 to the speed limit box. Okay, yeah, I understand that. Oh, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. If you're using full... Yeah, that's what I'm just thinking. I'm just wondering if it's going to be easier to use clear. I mean, is there such a thing as... Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, okay, I got it, yep. Yeah, I got it. At least I think I got it. That's what I'm saying, it's very... Yeah, it's going to open up a lot of doors, isn't it? Fair cloud, light haze. Interesting. I like the way it's got the minutes as well. Page 44. Are we saying 44, are we? Okay. So do we reckon we should just start off clear then? And then we can work our way through it? Do you think maybe that might be a better idea? Yeah, probably sounds a better idea. Okay. Okay, right, that's that done. Right, so we've started off clear. Now what we need to do is try and find... Do you want to go haze, or should we go like sort of a medium sort of fog? This is what I'm saying about, you've got to start now thinking, you know, when you've been to like the seaside and things like that, and you can see, it is, isn't it? It's always mist. It's not really fog, is it? It's definitely a mist. It's like a sea mist sort of coming in. Bearing in mind that we're going to be going from that mist into a sort of rain shower, sort of heavy rain shower. So that was where my thinking was going. So yeah, I'm glad we started off clear. Has to be easy for you to make sense of it. I think if you know what you want, you know, this is what I was just saying. So, you know, for you know, for proper scenario makers now, and I hate using that word because, you know, anyone can make a scenario, but for the sort of more advanced scenario makers now, you know, we've got a good tool here now to sort of start even not just planning trains, but also planning the weather. You know, we're not all weathermen, but you know, a lot of people do rail tours that I know of, and there's nothing really now to stop you. You know, when people do sort of rail tours, they always jot down what's past them, and you know, if they got diverted and why they got diverted because a 150 went past them, or you know, this, that and the other, or there's a freight train in the loop. So yeah, we've got all that information. That's all been in scenarios. But now when you go on that rail tour, what was the weather doing? You know, when you came over Shat, was it raining? Was it sun shining? Was it snowing? By the time you got to bottom of the Shat, was it, you know, peeing down with rain, cats and dogs? You know, it's that sort of level of detail now that we can now sort of immerse in the game, and yeah, that's what I'm trying to achieve here, really. So back to it. I'm looking for a mist. See, what worries me is if using any of the weather patterns below, which involves translating from mist to fog. Gary, thank you ever so much, my friend. Oh, I really appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You should have saved it, mate. Should have saved it. That's a tenner towards the pack. But no, thank you very much for that. If you're using any of the weather patterns below which involve transitioning from mist to fog, you must add colon or semicolon mist equals 1 to the speed limit of the box. But I'm not going from mist to fog. That's what I'm trying to work out. If using weather patterns below, you must add haze. Oh, okay. Lewis Hopton, thank you ever so much for the bits. Thank you. 22.5 minutes. How long does it take to go along the Dawlish Sea Wall? 10 minutes? 10 minutes, do you reckon? Try using AP Clear High Cloud 30 with a mist weather and a standard weather pattern. English? Fucking English. Try using AP Clear. My new bathroom is costing bloody hell. So I can afford to tell that. Thank you ever so much, Gary. You're a real gentleman, my friend. Real gentleman. I hope that bathroom's in gold, by the way. Right, so am I changing that again then, am I? It's a AP High Cleared 30. Because that, what you've just said there, Adam, doesn't make sense to me, mate. High cloud. I know how you big time. Bless you. Oh, you on about this? So AP high cloud, clear 30. So it starts off as high cloud, then goes to clear. And then we want 30 minutes. I don't want any longer than 30 minutes. Right, okay. So, hang on a minute. If I do that, I can't see the chat. Right, so put AP clear high cloud 30. Is that in this bit, is it? Tom, good evening, welcome. Is this the bit you're on about, Mr. Haig? I'm sure they'll do something. These packs seem very, very popular, so I'm sure they'll probably end up doing something. Yes, as clear mist. As clear mist, yeah. We'll go with that one. This is a challenge, I'm telling you. Why do I want to start the scenario off like that? Can I not go from clear and then put a trigger down for mist? Hi COVID boy, how's you? Yeah, this is what we're just working on, Ben. This is what we're just working on. So let's not get distracted. So Mr. Haig, what I want is to leave Exeter on a sort of clear, and then when we get to sort of this point, I'm then still learning the pack. Right, I'll work it out. It's fine. Right, let's start on the clear. Right, Robbo, good evening. We were just talking about people on rail tours, and then you appear. So that's kind of cool. Right, so first things first, let's get in here. So we want that box. That's what we want. Hello. Right, let's actually go with Gary's idea. And I'm going to say about here. Let's put it here somewhere. There we go. Right, then we can see it then. Right. Shift and left button to change that, my friends. Okay, right. So essentially, clear to me. Oh, right. Thank you, Jake. Right, so this one here. Right, I think we're okay there. Right. Okay, right. So that's that. I'm just gonna go. I think what I'm gonna do is, because we're getting a bit confused here, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lay them, and then just see what happens. So I'm sort of gonna go with my own gut. How does that sound? I think that could be quite interesting. I think I am going to go with my own gut. So that's there is either going to turn into haze or it's going to turn into fog. Okay? And apparently for the next 22 minutes. Yeah, trial and error, best way forward. What's with all these milestones achieved? T-King has watched 3 consecutive streams this month and sparked a watch stake. What the fuck is that all about? Right, did I F2 that? Yeah, cool. Right, let's change that now. Okay, so this was now... Right, so that's Newton Abbot. Let's get ourselves down there. Oh, it's all very intense. It's all very intense. Good evening, everybody, by the way. Just in case I haven't said hello and I've missed you. The good news is the skybox breaking, then reforming seems to be gone with version 2. 100 minutes of scenario without it all breaking. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, that's good. I don't really remember. I don't think I mean, I probably did. I probably just... Again, this is what I was saying at the beginning of the stream. I never really looked up. The weather wasn't sort of important. I was too busy sort of watching trains and things like that. You know, it was what it was before. So yeah, I never really sort of cared too much about it. It's fantastic. Even I can trigger the stuff now. All this scripting so complex, it's too much like hard work. Good evening, Josh. Welcome, my friend. Welcome to the stream. But getting the transmission smooth is going to be an art. On that shit, where you could see the skybox as a glow. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, nice. This is the biggest advantage of the new pack. No lure knowledge needed to use. Well, you wouldn't think it, would you, the way we're carrying on here. Right, okay, so if I put... Okay, so if I put another one here... Okay, guys, always if you're trying to make scenarios, whether or not you use this box or the Signal EP box or any sort of thing that you bring out of here.
How the fuck can I hear that?
Pardon?
How the fuck can I hear that?
Oh, I'll tell you why. Because my game doesn't go over. It's not. I don't know why yours does it. Mine's never done it. So when I change the
Well, no, because you have to restart TS when you.
yeah, I have to restart TS, which I'll do in a minute anyway. So it's alright. Don't worry about it.
I thought you'd done it when you did it.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? I don't know I can hear anything.
Right. So I am literally just going to go with my gut here, by the way, okay? So we are now going to go... hopefully into a bit of a rain. Does anyone know the the code for the rain. I sort of looking, but I can't see it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you go from high clouds to high cloud mist. I'm not, I'm on clear. Yoski. Oh, okay. Okay. Right, have a good night. Okay, love you lots. Okay. Love you lots. I don't think we were on high cloud. Okay, right, love you lots. Have a safe trip. I am, and yeah, all I can say is a big thank you. All I can say is a massive thank you. Okay, right. What am I looking for here? So look for rain, light, mod, heavy, 2 column. Okay, so looking for that. Jake will knock on the window now, watch. Quick drive! Who wants to use quick drive? Okay. Would it not just be the same? Would it not just be semicolon rain equals maybe 1 or something? Page 49, Adam says. Right, there's page 49. For me, I've just gone with high cloud mist as a standard pattern. Bless you. I'll advance another time. Okay, cool. Okay, well, that's all well and good, Mr. Haig, but obviously I have to put in the speed box a command for that now to work. So I'm just like literally trying to. Yeah, the command is the trigger now. All right, so a bit like the old Lura script, where I would have put. Oh right, okay, yeah, got. Right, okay, these are them. Right, okay. Right. Okay, that's kind of cool. I've got you now. I've got you. Okay, right. So we've messed up on the first one. So let's go back to that first one, which was, I'd say there. I will be amazed if we land straight back where I need to be. Clearly not, obviously. Okay, right. So we started off in clear. So this, right, I've got you now. Okay. So we need to go from clear to mist. Here we go. Right, okay, here we go, right. So clear to high cloud, right, I got you now. I got ya. Bear with it. Bear with this. Bear with this. Right, here we go. Right. So, what you're saying to me is... I don't want that to last for 100 minutes. You can go fuck yourself. So, we want to go from clear... Yeah, I got that. So we want to go from clear, which we've got at the beginning of the scenario. Then we want to go to a haze. Then we'll go to a mist. And then to a light fog. I don't want to be too heavy. Okay. That's standard though, isn't it? That's the thing. Oh, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, okay, cool. Interesting. So if we go from clear... Oh no, that's yeah, I got it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't want 100 minutes of it. That's... Fucking scenario's not 100 minutes. So what, just copy that. What we're saying. You need to check that there's an X. Oh, right, okay, yeah, I got you. These ones here then. Hey, it's only a test. It's only a test, so let's just go with it. Why are they so long? Okay, do I need to put the colon in front of that, or do I just literally write it as it says? So a bit like that. As it says. Right, we'll do that then. Okay. Why did I come up with this idea today? Why did we come up with this idea today, guys? Okay, right. Let's see what happens. Where was this box? Basically, right, we just need to make sure that this works. I'm assuming once the time is up, it will just revert back to what we started as, which was clear. No way can a transition take 40 minutes. Surely not. Ah, right, okay. Okay, cool. So we're now technically in, well, what will be fog. So now we want to go from the last one over to over to rain. Anyone find a decent sort of rain thing? Do you know what? It would help if I read this. To provide finer control over the weather, we provide a large number of transition weather patterns between different weather types. Standard weather patterns are applied in the same manner as already described in this manual. Dynamic weather patterns are also applied in a similar way, but with a number of things to look out for as stated below. If applying a standard weather pattern, then the next 3 paragraphs can be ignored. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, cool. Well, that's handy. We need to transition to overcast. So we're looking for fog to overcast. So going into a lot more detail than I have with this scenario, just had it fair cloud. This is what this is all about. Is we're sort of just trying to learn together. So if I go from something's telling me I want to go from that, like light fog to overcast. Is there not heavy fog? Question, can this be done with dynamic weather listed in each weather pattern rather than a long transition? I don't know. I suppose that's what we're going to find out. Do you know what? I'm going to just go with that. This is going to look awful. This is going to look fucking awful. I can feel it coming. Oh, fuck off. Oh, bellend. Okay, right. Right, so we are now in a light mist. And that's going to take 3.75 minutes. So now what we need to think... I'm loving this because I'm having to use my brain, which is really, really cool. The times on the right hand side and they are the length of time the weather cycle lasts, or is that the maximum time you're in that cycle? Well, I'm assuming that that's how long it takes for it to get the desired weather. There we are. Hazo's sort of comment there. So I need to try and find one that goes from like, what did I say it was? Oh fuck, I've lost what I was on about. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Jake B, good evening, welcome to the scenario. Forgot you were on. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to go from. Right, so it was a light mist. Jake says it's fucking freezing. That's quite funny. Oh, bless him. Okay, cool. Right, okay, so we're going from thick fog, clear light mist. But somehow I need to kick in. If AP watched this back, they're probably laughing at me. Going, what the fuck is this guy doing? See, I'm pretty sure though, right? On the weather EP1, were those times actually not how long it actually lasted? So it used to be like, it took XYZ to sort of kick in. Rain lasted heavy 12 minutes, then light showers for 3 minutes, and then back to what it was after that. Yeah, where's Richard when you need him? Yes, right, so. I mean, why would you want it just for a minute though? That's the thing. I suppose it. Right. Okay. It's what I said. So right. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit thick here. Let's really tie this up now. So are these times transition times, or are they times for how long something is going to last? That's the bottom line of what I'm saying here. So is that rain going to last for 1 minute, or is it going to take 1 minute to go from being overcast to rain? I'm pretty sure somewhere in this manual it probably tells us this. Read the fucking manual. I could do that. But where's the fun in that? It's the transition effect length. Okay. Okay, cool. It's going to be a fun scenario, I know that. The following web patterns has been triggered at the start of the scenario and all dynamic. They can be used in conjunction with standard weather patterns listed. The standard weather pattern is what the shower will translate to and from. They will produce shows of verify. Right, that's if you want. Right, that's if you want multiple. We don't want that. I'm assuming that's right. So there's all your standard. Right. Okay. So that's what we had in version 1. Josh Trains, hello. If you didn't know, AI trains can trigger the markers too. Oh, right, okay, cool. I didn't know that, to be fair. Right, that's what I remember sort of from version 1. So what we're looking at is the more sort of advanced, sort of dynamic thing, which is obviously down here. I'm just going to whack a load in and see what happens. I think that's going to be the only way I'm going to work this out. I honestly do think that that is the only way it's going to work out. Should we just do that? Should we just whack a load in and see what happens? But once a trigger has been triggered, it cannot be triggered again by any other train. Right, okay, cool. So you may as well just do it for your own sort of AI train then, hadn't you? Sorry, your own player train, not the AI train. Okay. Most people would do a script for this and they'd work it out before they actually came on and did this. No, Bazza just jumped straight into it and we just go. It's kind of cool. Do you not think? So, there we go. Right, so right, okay. Yeah, we'll just do that. Should we have a look at that and see what that looks like? Collective knowledge is better. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's all. I'm not following a train. I'm the only train on this scenario. It is just literally just to see how this works, Josh. There's not even any AI trains, so don't worry about that. There's nothing on here. The only train we've got is us. It's just to try out these markers, and it's also just for people to get an idea of how to place them and which way the arrows need to be. So it's kind of that sort of thing. And if anyone sort of had any questions, sort of the more advanced guys like yourself then was able to sort of maybe answer them or things like that. So it was that. That's all it is, really. It's just, you know, it's going to be trial and error for a lot of people for a very, very long time. So I just thought that I would sort of break the ice and get in there and just sort of go through stuff. So yeah. Okay, right. So should we just have a look at this? I think that's what we should just do. Let me just F2 that a minute. I'm going to restart Train Sim so we don't have that sound. I had it going from light mist to, excuse me, to medium mist, to thick mist, then overcast and rain. How do you delay the trigger? Is exclamation mark D equals X, I think. One thing I want to know is, does the rain show on the outside of the train and not just from the inside? Love the screen bars. Yeah, me and Jake. What do you mean by that, Gary? One thing I want to know, does the rain show on the outside of the train and not just from the inside? Yeah, you can see the rain from the outside. I'm confused. I don't know what you mean by that. So, there's 44 of you here, guys. If you're very new to the channel, Please do hit the follow button. It's really, really appreciated. And do come and say hello. We don't bite. It doesn't show raindrops. Ah, right. Okay, yeah, I got you now. Right. Okay, cool. Phil, hello, welcome. Good morning. I'm loving it though. Really, really. From what I've seen, the screenshots and everything else of that, yeah, it's. I kind of sort of knew it would be good because version 1 was good, but I didn't realise it had all that level of detail. That's incredible, really, when you think about it. Yeah, it's a really. Yeah, it's. I know I said to you lot not to say anything, but I'm gonna say it. And it's the only time I'm going to say it. I think it's worth every penny. Do you know what I mean? It is definitely worth every penny. I think it's down to how... I think it's down to how individual trains is made. Alright, okay, cool. My Midland main line will never have been so much. Bless you. Oh dear. Yeah, like I said at the beginning of the stream though, now is the time to start lifting your head and looking up. Robbo, you do a lot of rail tours. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, you know, I don't want to cringe you out here, but I'm pretty sure that, you know, let me start this again. So you do a lot of rail tours and make a lot of scenarios off of those rail tours. Would you now sort of say that you'll be looking at the sort of weather that you had on that particular day, and would you now try and incorporate that into Train Sim as well? Because basically you've got the whole package now, haven't you? Most definitely. So that, you know what I mean? So that's where I was trying to go with it earlier. So I managed to simplify it there. So that was so yeah, I'm glad you came in, Robbo, because I could use you as a sort of you know, an example there. So scenarios in Northern England only have on weather, heavy rain. I was waiting for you to say that. They don't. I've been to Manchester a few times and it's been nice and sunny. So, same for Cornwall. Cornwall's nice. What are you on about? Cornwall's lovely. Especially on a nice summer's day. Cornwall is really, really beautiful. Really, really beautiful, man. Really, really beautiful. Right, let's... Oh, do you know what? I'm pretty sure I changed it over. Right, remember there is no AI, okay? This is one little lonely train. Okay? We're not here for the train. For once in our little lives, we are not here for the train. We are here for the weather. Okay? What did I say we were doing? Clear. Which we have. We're just going to go because stupid Bazza put a platform marker. And unfortunately, we can't open the doors. So, we'll just go anyway. So don't worry about it. Otherwise, if I don't do it, that'll bug me. I know, innit? Shock, it's res. Oh no, anyway. Well, this is the scenario I took the pictures with yesterday. That I was just mucking about with, so... I thought this would be a great... And the route is kind of stable as well, and you can... Oops. You'll be going nowhere if you don't put it in forward. So I just thought it'd just be an easy scenario too. Right, don't worry about the driving either. Let's just get down there. Right, so we will have a scenario at the end, don't worry. There will be somebody has recommended a scenario for me. Somebody in one of the groups, I think Network Scotty's, there's a guy in there that recommended a scenario that he'd done. So we're going to do that at the very end. So there will be a driving scenario, but we'll keep with this for now. Don't worry about that. It's fine. I'm half tempted to async it. Do you know that? It just looks so fucking nice. Even on a clear day, it just looks different. Right, so hopefully we'll get a bit of fog or mist. That's what we're aiming for here. How does the weather EP work with async? I asynced it last night to get those screenshots. But then I was only on one standard pattern, so I suppose it wouldn't have affected it anyway. So yeah, so very nice. Are those post GUVs going to be released? Yeah, I think they are. Yeah, they're going to be part of the res bag at some point. So. Yeah! Underlay. So what we're looking for is the first trigger. Which I think is coming up soon. Mistaken. No, so this would be Mr. Weird Fox. Do I use any shaders? Right, I must clear that one up. So I don't have is it reshade or what's the other one? RW enhancer or whatever it's called. I don't have any of that. What you're seeing, yeah, RWE. So what you're seeing here is just basic train sim. Okay, so that's all you're seeing. It's just basic train sim. Right, we should. Oh, I had to stop that on an AWS, didn't I? So we should. Right, we've already passed the trigger point because it was on that bridge. Do you remember? I put it. Did I put it by the bridge or did I put it? Was up here, wasn't it? So it's bound to be around here somewhere. Somebody remind me to cancel that AWS. I think it was, yeah, it was around there somewhere. Done. Right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens there. How did you get the AP sounds on the govs, as I've made a reskin of a gov to represent the vintage train? But I have, it wasn't me, it was Jake that did it, and I have no idea, so my apologies there. Right. Okay. So, that has just kicked in. So if we go up here, okay, that's just kicked in there, big time. I just seen that. Bazza, you know it's 75. Okay, so the clouds have now come in. So that's kind of cool. Sim Gamer, good evening, my darling. Right, see how that fog now has started to do that? And the clouds now are starting to get a bit thicker as well, so that's kind of cool. Volvo Trucker, good evening. Just dropped a Jake a message. Yeah, okay, I'm sure he'll help you out. Okay, so that's number one then. So what we could have done with there was maybe was a bit of a longer transition. So maybe like, I don't know what that was, 3.5 seconds or something stupid like that. So literally just went bump. Maybe 4 or 5 minutes. That would have been a bit better, wouldn't it? For it be more real when it's stormy on this, but the waves are coming in. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So we're next to the sea, and we've now got a bit of sea mist going on there. That's nice, eh? Look at that. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so the next one now is we need to get down to Newton Abbot, and then we should then get some rain that then takes us up to over Dainton Bank, and then once that's sort of kicked in, we can then sort of adjust this and see how we get on with that. So just coming up for Dawlish Warren. Bloody hell. It's a bit foggy, isn't it? I only wanted mist. I only wanted the mist, I didn't want the fog. But anyway, never mind, shit happens. The only thing I have found out is when you do that and you zoom in, you get that kind of glare on the window. I don't know what that's sort of to do with. It is. It's a cracking pack. Really, really is an absolute cracking pack. Can't deny that at all, Sim Gamer. You're absolutely spot on there, my son. Yeah, it's a cracking pack. I mean, that's taken us. Alright, that's taken us an hour and a half, but I have been wibbling on and wobbling on and things like that, and we've sort of stopped, paused, worked it out. But already, do you see how you can sort of get some of the effects from, just by having a bit of a think about it? So not only now really are you actually planning scenarios, you're now planning your weather as you go along, which I think is kind of cool. So, who asked the question, do the triggers work if you async it? Yes, they do. Timmuff. Dawlish, unrealistic, no waves coming over it. I know. Oh, could you imagine a wave EP? That'd be kind of cool. No, don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas. I don't want to be sending emails to Armstrong going, can you do a wave EP? That'd be kind of cool. Please. I think the answer would be no. I'm pretty sure it would be. Right, we're just now coming up to Newton Abbot. So we should now, hopefully, get ourselves back up to speed here. God, doesn't it seem slow? No, we need a platform veg GP. Oh, what? Well, you were going to star in that, Tom, yeah? The fog at night on the West Coast main line over Shap would be great. Yeah, this sort of thing would be really, really nice, Gary, over that sort of thing. So at least we know. Right, let's see how this one goes a minute, and then we can sort of pause and have a better reflection. Def EP when. That's not very nice. Don't be like that, man. Right, so it's through the station, out the other side, and then we should hit the next trigger point, which, if I've got it right, should start raining. And we'll probably all clear up. Right, it was around here. Oh no, it wasn't. It was. Was it not further up? I've never been down here when it's stormy. I would like to see it. Oh, see this sort of thing along here. There's so much you could do. You could do one line working. Sorry, wrong line working because of the waves coming over, and you could simulate that the down line is blocked with water. Scenarios coming out of my head. Seriously, scenarios really, really are coming out of my head. I'm in the TS editor and my track isn't showing. Anyone know how to show it? Keep pressing spacebar. No, I moved the trigger, but I'm sure I put the trigger up the hill. Yeah, which route are you on, I suppose? But yeah, if you press spacebar. Right, now something should happen. Who knows? We'll find out. I can't remember how far I went up the hill. Why are you saying fuck's sake for? What have I done now? Module P1. I think the trigger's here, Gary. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, right, okay. Oh, single line working. Alright, there's your rain. Okay, so yeah, a bit of a slower transaction on that one. So there's your rain. So we've we've gone from clear to like mist to fog, and now it's pissing down with rain. Ta-da! I quite like that, that's kind of cool. Needs a bit of refining, but yeah. Yeah. Quite, yeah, it needs obviously a bit of refining. The times obviously need changing, but I think if you can get that transition right, and it's one of those things, the more you practice with it, and the more that you have a go at it, I don't know what's going on with the windows here though, that's a bit dodgy. Yeah, I quite like that. Look at that, that's nice. And I'm assuming it'll just stay raining all the way to Plymouth. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Where's the hill end? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure we'd be speeding in it. That's really cool. Okay, that's... Okay, so... Yeah, I think a little bit of refining. I so can't remember what we had. So that rain took 1 minute to kick in. So we could possibly up that to maybe 4 minutes. Is there a 4-minute one? No, there's a... Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so there's a 4-minute one there. So that's kind of cool. So that would be that. And I think obviously the slower transition, I think the better, to be fair. Unless it's just, otherwise it's just going to be too quick, and that obviously never happens in the world, does it? Let's be honest. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, I think, because it's 21:18 and it is a school night, I'll be here over the weekend anyway. I'll probably be on Saturday. I've got a scenario that I want to make anyway, and I'll probably do that on stream. So we'll leave this for now. Hopefully that's enough information. Is there anything anybody wants to know before we sort of just wrap this up? I love the way that happens. Transitions. To provide finer control, we have a large number of blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. So also important to note whether a certain transition can be used as part of a chain. Ah, right, okay. Oh, these are denoted by the X in the chain column. Ah, right, okay, cool. If not, this weather pattern must only be triggered in isolation and not be followed by another trigger in a scenario. Right, okay. Well, we figured that one out anyway, so that's cool. Even for transitions that can be triggered one after the other in a chain, there is no hard coding limitation in Train Simulator, which means that at the moment... Dobsy! Thank you ever so much for the resub. 11 months. Which means that at the moment of triggering the next chain, you may see the weather momentarily flash. And I saw that earlier, so that was kind of interesting. Okay, so that's meant to happen, so that's cool. So, you know, anybody sort of seeing flashes in their eyes, that is meant to happen, so that's cool. To the selected standard weather pattern, which can sometimes spoil immersion. Okay, cool. Okay, right. That's your random, so you can actually just have random. That would be kind of cool at some point. I love the way I'm reading the manual backwards. That's kind of cool. I do that all the time. Do that all the time with everything. I sort of skip through manuals and then I start going backwards. It's random. So these are obviously if you want so if you obviously want the multiple sort of stuff, then it's obviously semicolon start equals X and then trigger name and then obviously you end it. But I think once you've done that, you can't have obviously another. You can't have another thing. So that's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna watch this back at some point and go, what the fuck are you babbling on about, boy? Okay, I love the pictures. It's well worth it. I just think it's so worth it. Okay, so remember, the track markers are only intended for use when you wish to trigger more than one dynamic weather pattern in the scenario. So that's kind of cool. Oh, here we go. Right, okay. Right, we did all of that. If you wish to delay the weather pattern from triggering, add semicolon D equals X after the trigger in name, and then the X is the delay in seconds. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think 6 months from now, I think most of us that make scenarios will find our sort of niche, if that is such a thing. And we'll get used to it. I think at the moment it's just so in depth, isn't it? It's just so detailed. It's unbelievable. There's two strange things on this stream tonight. All right, one is I'm looking at a manual, and the other one is I have nothing but praise. It's incredible. I can't find anything to fucking wibble about. It's banging. Really, really is banging. The smile on my face says it all. Yeah, version 3 will be out by then. Okay, right. Let me go and put the kettle on, and I'll make myself another cup of tea, and then I'll download this scenario, which I believe is on the Werrell loans, and then we'll have a look at what this guy's done with the weather EP. So, right, let me go back to my normal screen. There you go. Happy days. Right, we can get rid of the manual. Get rid of the choo-choo. Yeah, okay. That was kind of cool. Did that actually help anybody? Or are you more confused now than what you were before? Or are you more definitely confused than what you were before? I'm hoping it's helped some people. Sometimes talking things out sort of answers your own questions. So, it's a 156 scenario. 45 minutes. What's the time? Half past? Yeah, that'd be fine. 10:15 then. That's fine. I think I've got most of that as well. Yeah, I think so. Oh, massive thanks to the whole ATS team. Ooh, la-di-da. Okay, cool. Can see a lot of winter scenarios on the Trans-Pennine line. It's going to be... See, that Huddersfield route is or the Pennine Pacers route is going to be another great one because, again... You've got different weather patterns as you're going along. So, you could be in Leeds and it could be nice and sunny. Mr. Haig would disagree with me there, but it could be nice and sunny. Could be. Then once you get to the sort of the top of the Pennines and that, that's when you can be sort of kicking in your weather and doing all sorts like that. So, yeah, and then by the time you get to Manchester... it could be snowing, sort of thing. So, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, guys, but the possibilities, to be fair, once we work out how all this works, are endless. Absolutely endless. Um. Oh, do you know what? I just done all that, right? I never bloody saw what fucking route it was on, or what the head code was. Yeah, we'll have a driver train though. But again, you know, the screenshots I'm seeing and things like that. You know, they're looking good. They are looking really, really good. Ben, yeah, Ben, what happened today? Did you run out of film? Right, so this is on the... Remember this head code for me. UFS 2 Juliet 62. 2 Juliet 62. Yeah, you didn't put that many pictures up, Ben. Oh, I was solely disappointed. Thank you, Adam. So yeah, well, I must be doing something right because there's like 41 of you here. It's mad, crazy, busy night. So yeah, but no, the screenshots are looking fab. I mean, I literally yesterday I got it, and a big thank you, because it ended up being two guys that helped me out in the end. So big thank you to the two guys that helped me out, or came to my rescue. So big massive thank you to them. And I was like, oh, I really want to show it off. And while I was watching Alan last night on his stream, I was sort of quietly playing around with it, and I literally just picked the first one that sort of was in my heart. And I saw that hazy one, and I was like, oh yeah, let's go with that. And as it turned out, it looked really, really hot. So yeah, I was like, yeah, it was nice. It was really, really cool. So yeah, I got what? I got a set. That makes no sense to me. There's fuck all on TV. Cheers, Gary. Thanks very much, man. Thanks very much. Oh, cunt. All right. Okay. Cool. Right. Let me just do this a minute, and I'll go make a cup of tea. Quickly go and make a cup of tea. I won't bother with the be right back screen. It's only me here anyway, so it's cool. Lol. Oh dear. Oh, while it's on my head, guys, and I'm going to start this off myself, okay? Can we get some hearts, please, in the chat, for the people that have not been so fortunate in Turkey, as our way of thanking them, not thanking them, but remembering them. That was a bit of a disaster over there, unfortunately. And from me to them, if anyone is in Turkey watching the stream, yeah, big heart goes out to you. It wasn't very nice at all. So, right, let me go make a cup of tea. Well done, guys. Well done. I haven't updated the Wirral lines. Do I need to update them? Or do I not need to do that? That's the one we're doing. Okay, right. While you guys are doing that, while we're just remembering the guys in Turkey, I'm going to go make a cup of tea. 2 seconds. Right, okay. Let's do this and see what I'm missing. Sexy 508 Royal Action. Nice. Thank you guys. Thank you for doing that. And yeah, if you are from Turkey, our hearts do go out to you. Hello, Jake. Welcome. Oh, I do need to update the Wirral lines. Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I will let the scenario load and then we'll do that. We'll do that. Clearly, someone around here doesn't read half this stuff. I've just read that the ScotRail sleeper service are to be nationalised now that Serco have lost the contract. Yeah, that's been on the cards for a while, Gary. About that. So, yeah, I thought it already happened. Because it's the only part of sort of ScotRail that's not nationalised. Because the regular ScotRail services are all nationalised; they're all part of the Scottish government. It was just the actual sleeper side of it, wasn't it? I wonder if the prices have come down for that. Night Bazza, lovely thought you had there, mate. Regarding Turkey, have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Rob. Yeah, good night, my friends, and once again, a massive thank you to you. It's official now, is it? Ah, right. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. God, this takes forever to load, doesn't it? Are we sure we need to update this? No, we'll do it anyway. We'll do it anyway. Give me 2 secs. Sorry about this, guys. Sorry about this. We won't be long. 2 seconds. It doesn't take very long to do this. Let me just check that a minute. Let me just check. Oh, I didn't need to do that. It's only for the scenarios. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't need to do that at all. Right, okay, cool. We're good to go because we're not using an AP scenario. Okay, cool. But it's as but as it runs the majority of the length in England, will the English government have their say in the matter? No, they shouldn't. I don't know. They shouldn't do. Because it's a ScotRail thing. It's a Scottish thing, so. I knew it was coming up. So. I'm sure Jake just recycles these pictures. Right, cool. Road Squadron! Hello, mate. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Good evening. Welcome. Yeah, I'm sure you just recycle those pictures, Jake. I'm going to put you up on the depot board, most wanted. That'd be quite funny. Okay, I'm hoping that this gets light. Because if it doesn't, we're driving in the dark, which I won't be doing. I could assure you I could see you now screaming down that phone. Good, thanks. Enjoying the new weather EP. Getting some good screenshots. Nice. Right, you'll have to bear with the darkness. I didn't realise this scenario was dark. Right, what are we doing? Right, let's key in. Let's get some light in here. Right, good morning, driver. Please release the doors here at Norwich and set up for an 0627 departure to Lowestoft. Yeah, calling all the stations. Right, okay. So, right, doors are open. The train FX is 0130. God, I haven't used one of these for ages. 0103. Cool. Happy days. That worked. Okay, and it's 2 Juliet 62. Does he give us a signal number? Read those signal number. Oh, my days. Scenario creators, remember your signal numbers in your write-ups. 580. Remember your signal numbers, for God's sake. Right, 580. There we go. Cool, right. Happy days. Oh, apparently I went through all of that and I don't have the destinations anyway, so that's kind of cool. Okay, right, then we're just waiting for departure. Let's get that window down. Oh, suppose I better put some lights on for the old punters. Bit better. Right, that can go off. Okay, cool. Yeah, see you later, Jeek, see you later, Jeek. Take care, my baby. Right, where did we get up to? The contract has been, basically hasn't been renewed, so it finishes sometime during the year. Yeah, cool. Will be interesting what livery the sleepers will be in. What livery is Scott Rowell? Oh, they're in that, Cites livery or whatever they call it. Is your tail light still on? Yeah. Oh, other end? No. What we got there? Hey, the 170. Nice. Oh, another 170. It's rather busy here. Norwich. Must be my screen. Bless you. I'm off to Didcot on Saturday for 50043. Oh, 5043, 5051, Are they steam engines? They must be Didcot steam, is it? It is steam, is it? Ah, right, okay, cool. Nice new glass. Ah, yes! Ah, yes! Yes. Oh, yes! Yes, the nice new... Yes, I forgot all about that bit. Yeah, the nice new, clear glass sort of textures. Oh, yeah, they're kind of cool, aren't they? Ooh. Oh, well spotted, Mr. Gaming there. Yeah, well done. It's a castle event. Best event of the year. Oh, right, okay. Can you guys hear that okay, or is it a bit low? Bit loud? Hopefully it'll, I don't know what time of year this is, but hopefully it's... right, so I think we're watching the weather, basically, is what we're watching. Sounds good, cool. Nothing sits, nothing beats the sound of a castle. Oh, that's a nice shot. Yeah, I like that. Like that glass texture is good, isn't it? See, that's what I like now. See how that's all come together now. You've got, your red signals down there. They're sort of glowing really, really nice. Even that 90 looks fucking perfect, doesn't it? The only thing that I'd like now is the lighting. A long time ago, I'll show you what I mean. I think is the easiest way. So, 2 seconds before I made that mistake. Okay, find that. It's on the last page, so it's cool. I think it was either that one. Yeah, so they did two. So they did like a station lighting enhancement pack, and I really, really enjoyed that. That sort of gave all the stations like a really nice glow and things like that. I really enjoyed that pack, and then the other one that I also really enjoyed was this lighting pack. I mean, we don't need it now for signals, but I think it enhanced like the road lighting and like the lights in the houses. So when you went down the track, it sort of brought all of that out as well. I'd like them to sort of revisit that, but whether or not they do is another story. But yeah, that would be kind of cool. So we got the sun coming up now. I can see that. I think they would complement what's been done. So I think that sort of thing would complement the signal EP, the weather EP now, and then just to tie in. Bloody hell, Josh Trains. Get out. Thank you ever so much. God. 10 gifted subs there from Josh Trains. Thank you ever so much. That's 108 in the channel. So Volvo Trucker, Willowbell Force Gaming, Oxford Different, Lewis Hopton, Jess, Get Geeky, Damon 14, Deep Sub Macro, Niffy Gareth, and Wisley Annie. Thank you. You're welcome to the Madhouse, guys. Josh Trains, thank you ever so much, my darling. Very much appreciated. Thank you ever so much. And Mark, good evening. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome to my friend Lewis Hopton in there with his 5 bits as well. Thank you ever so much for them. very much. Yeah, good evening, guys. As I said before, if you are new to the channel, do follow and do come and say hello. Really, really appreciate it. Josh Trains, thank you very much. Have we got to come down for 20? Have we? I thought that was only for the engine and coaches. Yeah, no hype. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with my hype train. It is on. I got Jake to check it the other day. Am I getting to grips with the pack? Yeah, we've spent most of the night looking at the pack. We did sort of a basic scenario where we sort of laid some triggers and they all worked, so that was really cool. And then to answer the last question, do I like it? Yes, I do. I love it. Really, really do love it. Yeah, it's a great pack, and I would recommend it to anybody. Yeah, it's really weird. Some streamers seem to get it just like that, and then I never seem to get a hype train, so it's really, really weird. I'm left out. But hey, I'm not here to have hype trains or things like that. I just enjoy what I do, so it's kind of cool. I had a go with the dynamic weather pattern earlier tonight on the Huddersfield line. Oh right, okay. It was a really beautiful drive. Oh, I'm really pleased for that. Really pleased. I think we hype trains is not based on how many subs one person requires. Yeah, it does require a few people. Get going. No, I'm joking. Why have we got to come down for 20? I thought it was 60 over here for a unit. Maybe he's got. Oh, is he? He's got freight speeds on. And I slowed down for it anyway, so it doesn't matter. So. Once we get out of the way of everything. Look at that sun. Oh, you can't. Yeah, you can. Right, look at that. That's nice. That sun there. It's just. Oh, it's just so fucking nice. I've never been so excited. I mean, I've been an AP fan most of my train sim life. I think there's only one or two things that I don't have from AP. I'm sort of very fortunate that I've just sort of kept on top of everything that's sort of come out. So I think there's like one or two things they ever release that I don't sort of have. And I'm a big fan of theirs, because it enhances railworks or train sim or whatever you want to call it, no end. But this is stunning, really, really stunning. It is. It's yeah. Everybody else is using those words, so I didn't really want to go down that road. But yeah, I mean, it is a game changer. So yeah, no, it's just, I like to call it awesome. It's awesome. Is the words I would like to use. The Signal EP was awesome. I honestly didn't think I'd like that, because obviously as I've always said, I'm a bit of a cab driver, so, you know, watching signals, you know, you drive up to a signal and then you watch it go past. So, you know, it's sort of sitting there for 30 seconds on green sort of wouldn't bother me. What I totally forgot about was signals also changing in front of you. So, yeah, that's pretty cool to sort of watch and see. I really like that as well. But this is something else. Really, really is something else. You know, it's beautiful, and I'm hoping we'll see the daylight come up, and things like that. So that would be nice. The old station lights there twinkling away in the sort of mist as well. Just gives you that atmosphere. So. The weather EP looks stunning on the Hope Valley. Yeah, there's another really kind of cool route for that sort of thing. I'm tempted to do something on the Highland line, on the West Highland line, because the amount of, especially in Scotland, the amount of weather patterns you could have up there would be incredible. And the route is long enough for it as well, so that would be kind of cool as well. So you could literally, like I said earlier, you could go from a nice sort of clear day, or a sort of overcast day, to a really heavy thunderstorm, then back to maybe a bit of light rain. And if you really wanted to, I suppose with those markers, you could even chuck in, the fact it starts snowing is the closer you get to Fort William. It's endless, absolutely. From what I've seen tonight, like I said, I think once we all start getting to grips with it, and the knowledge base of everything grows, and information starts getting passed around, and I think it will be something else. It's a game changer. Like I said, I didn't really want to use other people's words. It's a massive game changer. Connor, good evening, welcome to the stream. How are you? Reedham next. Where are we going again? Lowestoft. Yeah. Going down to that Lowestoft place. So, yeah, the possibilities are now, in my opinion, are endless. Humble Bumble are doing some bargain bundles of over 72 games for $24.92 to raise money for the earthquake relief. Can I post a link to it in the chat? Yes, of course you can. Yeah, of course you can. I mean, in fairness, you have just told everybody, right? But that's kind of cool. Yeah, you can. Yeah, there you go. And thank you very much, Lewis, for asking. Appreciate that. We're not stopping there, so that's kind of cool. They've almost raised £1 million so far, have they? Oh, that's really good. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. I love that clickety clap. So what about from the inside of the train then? Oh, they haven't. Of course, that's a train, isn't it? I thought that might have. No, I suppose it's right. You could just imagine being on there now, couldn't you? Watching the sun come up. Beautiful. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Just turn the lights off. Don't worry about it. No one cares. Use slow brake when slowing down to stop. What do you mean by that, sir? We got some signals coming up here, boys. So impressed. Really am so impressed. I smoke like a trooper, by the way, so you have to bear with me. Yeah. So impressed. But I didn't expect it to this sort of level, but being based on version 1 and what I saw of the screenshots they put out, kinda knew it would be good, and it hasn't disappointed. Not in any shape or fact has this disappointed. It's raised the bar though, hasn't it, really? It's raised the bar big time. Really has raised the bar. A slow break after this one. Trying to work out what you mean. It's just smell like a chimney. I smoke more than what a 37 does. That's not going to go down, is it? Because it's a repeater. Oh, there you go. Barry knows how to drive a Sprinter. Barry knows faggo. Smoke factor 10, yeah. That bad for you? Are we next to the Are we next to the stop car marker board? Well, it's close enough. We're not here for the drive, we're here to look at the sky. Close enough, Sparky, hello. Welcome to the stream. Close enough for government work. Cheeky sod. Lurking whilst working on the Eurostar. Oh, that's kind of cool. You're still working on that then? That's nice. That's nice. Wish I had the talent to make scenarios. Just have a go. Just literally just have a go. Either that or come and watch one of the Saturday streams and things like that and follow along. And well, you can actually, if you go on my YouTube page, there is I think we made a scenario not so long ago, and that's actually on there, so you can sort of watch that, pause and do what you gotta do. Just make a basic scenario if you want. It's easy. I mean, in fairness, I wish I could make a bloody scenario too. Yeah, there is a million YouTubes on there. Yeah, start with East Midlands Coal, you'll be fine. You may post a pic, yes, you may post a pic. You had that ready, didn't you? You knew I was going to say yes. But again, you're another one like Lewis. Thank you for asking. Tweet, tweet. The moon. Half moon. Half moon. Half moon. Look at that, eh? That's nice. So there's no RWE, there's no sort of any enhancers. What you're looking at there is just pure railworks with the AP Sky and Weather pack. What is this? Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, that's the central pivot for the two coaches to go on. Because they only had one bogey, didn't they, under each of the coaches? If I'm right in saying that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, they sort of. Oh, fuck me. I know, yeah, I can't even say that word. Articulation. So they had articulated bogies. I can't remember what his name was. Well, it's on Alan Thompson anyway as UFS 2 Juliet 62. So it's on the ATS thing. Think of this as a core update that is actually worth paying for. Yeah, could do. Yeah, you could look at it that way. I mean, in fairness, I'm getting no frame drops whatsoever. You know, we're riding along here at 60, 52. Yeah, there you go, if I move myself down there. So we're riding on 51. And it's stable, 50. You know, if we have a look outside, you know, that's jumped up now, 79, 77. 90, 80. So it's 52 when you're in the cab. So yeah, no effect really on performance or anything else of that, is there? So, you know what I mean? It's kind of cool. Well, my graphic settings for Train Sim, they're all the way up the top. They might be in the bottom. I'm not sure if they're in the bottom of the stream. So yeah, I can't imagine there being much difference. So really, I mean, sunshine is sunshine. A clear day is a clear day. So really, it's all going to be in the sort of mist and the fog and the rain, and sort of all of them. I'm pleased to say the one thing I did test yesterday, it hasn't knackered any of my Fort Lightning scenarios. Haha, get in there. But they still work on a separate script anyway, so it wouldn't affect them anyway. So yeah, it's cool. So yeah, all four of my, or three of my Fort Lightning scenarios, they all still work really, really well. So. Is it much better? Is it transition from clear? I mean, you can't beat that, can you? This is lovely. Looks like it does in real life. Did you have any dumps with the CP? No, I've had no dumps whatsoever. let's see if we can get a screenshot. It's gonna have to be going backwards. Now we just need the train to complete the picture. Boom. That's nice, eh? I love that. That is fucking sweet. Yeah, I like that. West Coast Main Line South has been dumping for me since yesterday, so hoping something hasn't gone wrong when I installed the weather EP. Tried to reinstall the route from Steam, but same issue. Oh, right, okay, Ross. West Coast Main Line South. Do you know what? West Coast Main Line South has been dumping for me even before I installed the EP. I've done a couple of 319 scenarios on there, and they were dumping for me. I just went to Just Trains' Kyle line, sort of ran around Inverness for 5 seconds, and then for some reason it loads. So I don't think that's the EP, I think that's probably the route. In actual fact, I'm probably 99% sure that's the route, not the EP. Try loading something else, like the Kyle line or, I don't know, something else, and then try and load the scenarios, see if that works. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It started about a month ago, where I went in to do a 319 scenario the other day for the stream, and it wouldn't let me in, and that was even before this even came out. So yeah, I don't know what's happening with that. I seem to be getting a lot of it. Probably just need to reinstall TS, but I just found a bit of a workaround for now, so yeah, do. Do you know what that glow reminds me of? Some of you might not be old enough to remember this, but do you know what that orangey glow reminds me of? The beginning of Teletubbies when the sun comes up. Oh, dear. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, no. God. An AP train on an AP route with AP weather. Get in there. I remember them well. Yeah, I remember them well as well. Time for Teletubbies. Time for Teletubbies. What about the? I remember seeing something about the wheel slide and like wheel slip. Um, does the weather EP affect that now as well? Makes it a bit more realistic. Did I read that somewhere? Or did I just dream that in one of my nightmares one night? Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read it somewhere. Oh, we're late, guys. We're late. Fucking hell, we're late by like a minute. Oops. Oh, did you, Gary? Sorry. Sorry, it's been for me. It's been a very busy night in here, so I sort of need to adjust to reading chats a bit quicker. I say that, you know, for me it has been a very busy night. It's been a busy night, man. Oh, there we go. Talk about it, and then it appears. Put it in step 3 and see what happens. As we slide through the station. Well, not all is lost. That'll do. Talk about it and it appears. It has. It's been a very busy night in here. Thank you ever so much for joining. That answers that answers the question. Full stop, Gary. That answers the question. Wonder if I can get it to slip. That'd be interesting. Not slip. Yeah. I wonder if I could get it to slip. There you go. That works. I mean, the fact we've now got flat wheels probably won't help, but you know, it's worth the experiment. Yeah, it should be a lot of fun when it's raining. I still sometimes think it's a bit excessive, I really do, but it is what it is. That's quite a nice picture there, isn't it? Yeah, better not slip coming in here, have we? Interesting. That's nice coming around there now. Look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, is he going to make the 10 mile an hour? Easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, it's nice. Lovely. Right, that, ladies and gentlemen, is me done. It's a school night, so I have to be up early in the morning. But thank you ever so much to the guys that have resubbed. Josh Trains, thank you ever so much for your 10 gifted subs. If you've if you've been here for most of the night, hopefully what I was talking about earlier made some sort of sense. If you made any sense out of it, then you're doing well. But apart from that, guys, that's it from me. I should be back tomorrow. We'll just be doing a bit of driving tomorrow night, a few beers, have a bit of a giggle. So I'll be back tomorrow night, and then I'm pretty sure we'll do some scenario making over the weekend. So enjoy the rest of your evening, guys. Take care, look after yourselves, and I will see you all tomorrow. Good night, take care.